Hello everybody, my name is Michaela Bitter, and for my interview project I decided to go with the elderly interview option. So I decided to interview my great-grandmother. She is 90 years old, lives in Twin Falls, Idaho with her daughter who's just kind of helping to take care of her, helps her do those things she's not able to do anymore. And here's a picture of us together. It's kind of old, but anyway, jumping right into the interview highlights. So one of the questions that I loved the answers to, it was, tell me about the medical care you receive and what has been good and what has been bad about it. So she shared a good experience with me that a couple years ago she was dealing with some back pain that was pretty bad. And she went to a couple chiropractors but wasn't able to find any answer. She was still just dealing with pain. And then she decided to go to a physical therapist. And the physical therapist was kind of able to identify the problem, and they were able to give her some exercises that she was able to do at home to keep her happy and healthy. So instead of having to go to the doctor or chiropractor or physical therapist every week, every month, she was just able to do these things at home to keep her happy and healthy. And then a bad experience that she shared with me was that I think it was about a year ago, she was having a bit of trouble seeing. She said she felt like her vision was blurry in one eye. So she went to the eye doctor. They just kind of did a quick look at her and sent her on her way, told her she was all right. And then it was later on that she went to a checkup with her primary care physician. And when the doctor was looking at her eyes, she asked my great-grandmother, have you had cataract surgery? And she said, yes. And the doctor said, your lens is super dirty. You need to go get this cleaned by the eye doctor. And so my great-grandmother made another appointment to go see her eye doctor, told him what was going on, and they were able to clean it up for her, and she was all right. But she was just a little frustrated that that problem wasn't caught in the first place, but it ended up all right for her. So another highlight was this question, what is the most important historical event or period of time that you have lived through? And she said the COVID-19 pandemic. She said it has kept us from being around our loved ones, which is the most important thing. It has also stopped us from going to church, which is important, and it has taken away our ability to do the things we enjoy. So I thought that that was interesting. I mean, she's having the same troubles that everyone else is with the COVID-19 pandemic. These issues are across the age span, which I thought was very interesting. One last question that I wanted to share was, in your estimation, what are keys to successful aging? And she just said two things, keeping the word of wisdom and patience and determination, which I thought was very cool. And then just a bit of reflection. Throughout this whole process of interviewing my great-grandmother, I realized at several points in the interview that my great-grandmother and I are not very different. One specific example is when I asked her about her struggles at my age, she said, trying to find a profession that I enjoyed and that was profitable and would work in with having a family. And I definitely have those same thoughts and concerns at this time in my life. Another reflection that I thought was really cool was when I asked my great-grandmother at what age she noticed that she was getting older, she said 85. And I know that constantly I think or I say, oh my gosh, I'm getting so old, like I'm already 24. But this just made me realize that I am not getting old and I still have my whole life ahead of me, and there's so much for me to be able to accomplish in my life. So overall, I really enjoyed the process of this interview project, and I loved getting to know more about my great-grandmother.